morning, this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. We'll be looking at the moving averages, the day's support, resistance and pivot levels and the Fibonacci's. It is Saturday the 13th of November. Looking at Bitcoin against US dollar and the hourly candlesticks, bullish start to the day. Going to need to see Bitcoin avoid the pivot at 63,937 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 65,618. Plenty of support will be needed for Bitcoin to break out from 65,500 levels. It has proved to be strong resistance. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Bitcoin target its all-time high 68,958 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 67,103. A fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level 62,452 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should continue to stay clear of sub-60s. Second major support level at 67.71 should limit any downside. Looking at the moving averages, we've got the 50 pulling back from the 100 after yesterday's bearish cross. That's delivering a bearish signal. So key through the early part of the day would be to avoid the pivot at 63,937 and break through 65,500 levels to provide a run at 68,000 levels on the day. Moving across to Ethereum against US dollar, also bullish start to the day. Going to need to see Ethereum avoid the pivot at 4662 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 4815. Plenty of support will be needed for Ethereum to return to 4800 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 4809.27 should cap the upside. In the event of an extended rally, 5,000 levels remains the target, with the second major resistance level at 4963. Plenty of support will be needed, however, for Ethereum to break out from its all-time high 4867.81. A fall through the pivot would bring the first major support level at 4514 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should avoid sub 4400 levels. Second major support level sits at 4361. Looking at the moving averages, we've got the 50 narrowing marginally on the 100 after yesterday's bearish cross. So look out for a possible bullish cross there to support a breakout. So key through the early part of the day would be to avoid the pivot at 4662, break back through to 4800 levels to then target 5,000 levels on the day. Looking at Litecoin against US dollar, also bullish. Going to see Litecoin move through the pivot at 259 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 275. Plenty of support is going to be needed for Litecoin to break out from 260 levels, however. So barring an extended rally on the day, that first major resistance level should cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, could see Litecoin retest resistance at 300 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 298. Failure to move through the pivot would bring the first major support level at 236 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should stay clear of the 38.2% fib at 223. Second major support level sits at 220. Looking at the moving averages, we've got the 50 EMA narrowing marginally on the 100 and the 200, but no immediate signs of a bearish cross, so keep an eye out there. So key would be to move through the pivot at 259 and back through to 260s to then target resistance levels. Failure to do that, and support levels will come into play. Now looking at Ripple's XRP against US dollar, relatively positive start to the day. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP move back through the pivot at 1.1928 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 1.2302. Plenty of support will be needed for Ripple's XRP to break out from 1.20 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 1.23241 to cap the upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ripple's XRP target 1.3s before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 1.2698. Failure to move back through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 1.1531 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should avoid sub 1.1s. Second major support level at 1.1157 should limit the downside. Looking at the EMAs, we've got the 50 converged on the 200 after yesterday's late morning bearish cross, 50 through the 100. So look out for a bearish cross there to put further pressure on Ripple's XRP and bring support levels into play. So key would be to move back through the pivot at 1.1928 and return to 1.20 levels to then bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, and support levels will come into play.